Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video I would like to dedicate to reviewing also brand new on the market from Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. And if you're interested to see how did that go, then carry on watching. First of all, let's begin with the packaging. Packaging is very nice. It is black matte box with gold and yeah, I love it. It really is beautiful. So this is how it opens up. And the concealer is inside. So this concealer comes in a glass bottle and it has a very interesting applicator that is extremely soft. This is what it looks like. This concealer retails for $32 plus tax and it comes in 36 shades. It is made in Italy and I have it in the shade L2. This concealer is not the only release. She also had these bundles with the setting, brightening under eye powder, and there were a couple of brushes that you apply the concealer with. However, I am extremely finicky when it comes to powders and I normally don't get along with all of them, so I decided to skip it. And also this supposed to be very thick, and thick concealers and a brush that I decided not to get because the brushes looked very much like my Artiste brushes, very dense, and I love my Artiste brushes, I really do. So brushes, I thought I probably will skip it, and then the powder definitely a miss for me unless I'll have a chance to try it in the store, and if it really will blow my socks off then I'll buy it, but for now I'm happy with those two powders that working for my under eye zone. Anyway, enough mumbling, let's go and read a little extra information about this particular product. So this concealer makes every flawless face fantasy come true, delivering creamy, full coverage and natural radiant matte finish in 36 universal color choices that seemingly complement her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation. Okay, so that's that, and it says that it is brightens and blur under the eyes, illuminate the high points of your face, contour the cheekbones, nose and jawline, correct discoloration, conceal breakouts. So mother got you covered basically. And I have it in the shade L2. This concealer has a shelf life of 6 months and it is made in Italy. Well, now that we know all about this concealer, let's just begin applying the makeup. And once again, I would like to apologize for the horrible sound of my voice. Today is Wednesday and I did try this concealer for the first time on Monday. I recorded the initial application, but by the time evening came I was a complete hot mess, so I went to bed early and then I woke up on Tuesday not feeling any better. In fact, my voice was almost gone, so I did not do anything yesterday, but I did wear the foundation and now I'm back, still not sounding quite right, but I have to soldier on and complete the review of this foundation. So now that that part is out of the way, let's just begin applying the makeup. So yeah, this is the applicator. I am going to be testing this concealer with two methods. I'm going to use my Artiste brush number 6 and I'm going to be using this cutesy little sponge from Real Technique. It is dampened, so it's ready to go. So this side will be brush. Okay. Wow, this is full coverage, all right. It is very matte. I don't see any luminosity to it, maybe because I am super dry, who knows. I'm just gonna get a little bit of a meteorize and I'm just gonna pat very gently to make sure that there is no creasing occurring. Like that. And let's apply it to the other side. This is my sponge side and I'm going to fix it with my powder as the previous eye, just a little bit like that. It is 10:45 and this is going to be our starting point. And yeah, so far it feels normal. I don't really feel like I'm wearing anything, although it does feel matte. I don't feel like it's particularly radiant, if you like. I'm going to disappear and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll get back to you for us to check out what is occurring on my face. I just finished filming Pillow Talk, a video, and if you're interested to see what was that all about, I'll leave the card in the corner for you. And if not, then we can still plow through and go with this concealer. It is 9:33. It is Wednesday. I think it's more than 2 days now that I have been trying this concealer from Pat McGrath. I did not film anything yesterday because my voice was so bad, it was almost gone. I couldn't record really anything. Therefore, I'm doing it right now. So going back to the concealer, here it is, L2. I am gonna apply it again under my eye area. Okay. So I just finished applying my concealer. This is the results, and I like the fact that this concealer is brightening things up, and this brightness that you get at first application stays all day with you in a good way, so you don't look like a raccoon going bonkers, but I like that. It is extremely thick, and the first day that I've applied it, I did fix it with a little bit of powder, which wasn't necessary because it was just very thick and it was giving me the full blooming coverage. So if you like that, this is going to be your thing, because it's not drying as it is Tarte Tape Shape. Where is it? I don't know why. I love this concealer, but this one is drying me like there's no tomorrow. And I'm just going to put the little sample for you here for you to see. It's a fair beige Tarte Tape Shape, and this is Pat McGrath concealer, and I have it in the shade L2. But the reason why I brought this one up is because this one is very full coverage. I use it only for the extreme situations, and also I quite often use this one as a base for my makeup when I'm doing something a bit more elaborate, because it is making sure that my eyelids are not particularly oily, which they never normally are anyway, but I do use it to brighten things up. And this one is also very thick, but it's not drying at all. And this one does not need to be set with the powder. I did set it with the powder first time I've used it, and I think I've overdone it. I shouldn't have done that. I did had a little bit of a powder kind of gathering in my wrinkles, and then the next day I did apply my makeup, but I couldn't talk. But I was just kind of making notes, and I've noticed that this concealer, in my humble opinion, does not need to be set at all. I'm going to go ahead, finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and I'll share with you my final thoughts. So this is the concealer from Pat McGrath. Final thoughts after wearing this concealer for 3 days. This is a very up close and personal shot for you to see that this concealer is very much of a full coverage. It does not create more creasing, and I did notice that when I applied it for the first time, it did get in some of my lines because I did have powder. So my personal opinion, if you are very dry, just like myself, you do not need to fix this concealer with the powder. I like the fact that this concealer definitely brightens a lot for under your eyes, but it doesn't make you look like you're a raccoon. It's just this brightness stays throughout the day, and that is very unusual. So that claim that it brightens, it's true. It is very creamy. That is the case. It is very, very full coverage. This baby will cover anything, even your bad credit. And in fact, the coverage strength of this concealer reminds me of the Tarte Tape Shape, which I love, but it's drying me. This one is not drying at all. It is very flexible. This concealer I found very easy to apply with your finger, with your brush and with the dampen applicator. I have it, my sponge, I don't know, somewhere. It does not fall into your wrinkles. The wrinkles that you see under my eyes, they are my wrinkles, and my channel is organic. You can see all of my pores and my wrinkles and my gray hairs, which I do have. So this is as real as you can get. And I really like the fact that this concealer was matte, but it wasn't drying. That is very unusual. I don't know how to explain it. And one other thing that surprised me, that I absolutely loved her foundation, loved it. I need to get a lighter shade because this one is summer shade only. And this one is very liquidy, very kind of like light. And this one is very thick, but it's still not drying. I don't know, so these two meant to be same consistency, but I don't think they are. I think they're different consistency, but they're both good. Is it priced right? Oh, it is expensive, but then again, we're talking about Pat McGrath. All of her makeup was never cheap, so am I surprised? No. Do you get a lot of product? Not as much as you're paying for it, but then again, it's only good for 6 months, and unless you're a makeup artist, I don't think, like myself, I will not ever use this concealer in 6 months. Just no chance. So I think you're paying for what you get. If you have dark under eyes, if you're looking for youthful, brightening look, yeah, this is good. I loved using it. I've used it for 3 days. I didn't see any downfalls. The fact that I don't have to set it with powder, that's a miracle. And I definitely am not going to be investing in a powder that meant to be coming with this concealer. And some girls say, yeah, oh yeah, it's brightening, and I'm sorry, but this is very brightening to me. I don't need it even more brighter. So I'm happy. I love this concealer. I would definitely recommend it. If you do get a chance, please try it. Now the question is, will this one replace my holy grails, which are NARS, Chanel, and my Lancome? No, but it will definitely join the club. I love this concealer very, very, very much. Yes, so that's a good news. It's so satisfying when you buy a product and it actually works out for you and you love it. And this is one of those products. So on this fantastic note, I would like to end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Join me on my Instagram. I would love to have you. And I'll see you in my next one. But for now, it's bye-bye.